and welcome to this edition of Stream On. I'm Jim Williams, your host, and today we're going to mark an anniversary. It's a big one. It's the fourth anniversary for Roku. Now, Roku, as many of you know, is the industry leader in streaming boxes and streaming sticks. Many of you watch your streaming channels through a Roku box or a Roku stick. Myself included, and I even have a Roku TV. Well, it's their fourth anniversary, and also it's the anniversary of the Roku Channel. Now, Sweta Patel, who is the Vice President of Engagement Growth Marketing for Roku, will be joining us in just a moment, but the depth and breadth of the Roku Channel, which is free, is grown exponentially over the 4 years. They now have live programming, they have original programming. They've really fleshed out the Roku Channel in a great way. And if you are a Roku subscriber and you're not using it, you're missing out. And even those of you who would like to check it out, you can do so by downloading it from the App Store or Google Play. So it's well worth your time. And now, without any further ado, the aforementioned Sweta Patel. Sweta, you have to be happy and proud of what's going on with the celebration of your fourth anniversary and, of course, the growth of the Roku Channel.
Yeah, we couldn't be more excited for Roku and the Roku Channel. As you mentioned, we just hit our 4-year anniversary, and what the Roku Channel looks like today versus where we started is completely different. Today, if we look at the Nielsen data, we're now the number 6 streaming channel by reach, just after Disney and Hulu. And so, who would have thought? And we're the number 1 channel for Avon.
And we should mention it's also free.
Absolutely free. Yeah, we offer multiple parts of it. So majority of what we have on the Roku Channel is free content. When we did research, our consumers, about 87% of our consumers said free was really important to them. So we really focus on the free side. But we do also have a premium subscription side so that all your content can be viewed in one place. And what that means is, if you wanted to watch, Billions on Showtime, you can come on to the Roku Channel, subscribe through the Roku Channel, and there you'll be able to watch all the Showtime content alongside all the free content that we have. So it's really making it easy for the consumer so you can watch everything in one place.
Well, and you've got it nicely put together in a nice little hub there. So everything's all under, and it really does make it very convenient. And one of the things that I've been impressed with the Roku Channel is that you have a very strong cross section of entertainment. I mean, if I want to watch something that's more of a crime drama, I got it. If I want to watch something more along the lines of a comedy, I've got it. If I want to watch a film, it's there. It's all, and some of them are old, are the classic TV. But then again, if you haven't seen it for a while, it's entertaining. And if you've never seen it, well, then you're being given an opportunity to repurpose something that may have been 5 or 6 years old. But you know what? If I haven't seen it, it's new to me.
Exactly. We really focus our consumer base when we think of our viewers. They literally mimic, the demographics and the political affiliations of the United States. So we literally focus on having something for everyone. We've got kids content. If you've got kids in the house, we've now got a specific hub for them to watch content in a safe environment. We've got live channels, over 200 live channels. So whether that's wanting to watch news or anything else that you want to watch live, like specific things, specific niche audiences that want live content, we have that. And then we've got 40,000 TV shows and movies for you. So there is something for everyone there.
40,000 would take you a little while to watch all of them. So I'm hoping that, if you're a binger out there, you've got plenty of binge-worthy content on the channel. One of the things that I had forgotten, okay, and God knows there's a lot of it forgotten, but One is Covert Affairs, and it's on the channel, and it's a fantastic show. And I'm thinking to myself, I haven't seen that in a long time. And then I realized why I liked it. And so again, there's all these different shows that are there. You might have dipped your toe in it in the old days, but you go back to it, and suddenly you're watching content that is compelling and fun. But again, it's free, and again, it's relatively renewed to me.
That's right. A lot of our consumers like the nostalgic content. We've got all ages watching this content, and there's a resurgence of the younger generation actually want to watch this content that has a lot of nostalgia for other folks that might be in the household. And of course, I should have mentioned this earlier. Alongside all of that, we launched Roku Originals in May, launching 35 brand new titles with some of Hollywood's best talent in front and behind the camera. And then just a couple weeks ago, I want to say about a month ago, we also launched another 30 titles of Roku Originals. So we're really focused on building out the Originals portfolio. So there's nostalgic content if you want, but there's also new and fresh content with some of Hollywood's best talent for you as well.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned, because I was about to get to that. Big fan of Anna Kendrick, and she's got a very fun and very un-Anna Kendrick show on the Roku channel, and it's just a fun show to watch. And they're also some of the content is in kind of short form content, which is fantastic. I mean, it's in that sweet spot between, say, 10 and 20 minutes, and you're on to the next one. So it does make it much easier to watch. What was the theory behind that, from the standpoint of having some content which is is shorter than normal, but again, still compelling?
Yeah, for us, we're an ad-based company. So when we're thinking about and putting original content out there, it's got to work within our AVOD economics model.
Sure.
And so what this does is you've got a good solid 10 minutes of great content, about a minute or so of ads, and then you're on to the next episode. So for the consumer, it's a very easy viewing experience, and it's pretty lean back. You turn it on, you see 10 minutes of content, a minute of ads, and then you kind of go through the whole show like that. Our consumers like that, and we've made the ad experience that which is half of what you get on linear TV. So it's not only do they like it, but it's a better experience for them.
Well, the other aspect too is the layout of the channel. It's not confusing. It's very simple, and it's very intuitive. And it's funny, streaming services, when they launch these channels, sometimes you have to go and really do some deep diving into figuring out where the content is. And you would have thought, well, gosh, the first thing that we should have thought of was how to lay things out. But that is not the case with the Roku channel. It's very easy to find what topics you might be interested in. It's easy to find the live stuff. It's easy to find the new stuff. Everything kind of is out there in a very intuitive, very easy, user-friendly way.
Yeah, I love everything you're saying as a marketer. When I think of our success as a platform and as a channel, our ultimate belief is all TV is going to be streamed. And so we've really used a lot of research to make sure that how we're providing that experience is rooted in data that we're getting back. And our consumers really want value, and that's where our devices side of the business comes in. That's where the free Roku channel content comes in. They want choice for their content, and they want an easy to use product. And so when I think of choice of content and easy to use, we've really put those two together and made that one of our top priorities when we're thinking about the Roku channel experience, so that people can get to what they want really easily.
I've been in this programming business now for 44 years in the broadcasting. And the thing that has always excited me, and as a programmer, as someone who looks for quality programming, is tell me a story, right? It's that simple. Um, if you can give me a compelling story and a fun story, then I'm in. And I think what you've done with the channel is there seems to be a good philosophy there of, okay, here are some things which I know people are going to like. And the good news is you don't need to have 5, 6, 8 million people watch it, because you're not under a Nielsen situation. You can target an audience, and you can show them things that they may, as I said before, forgotten or may have never seen before. But at the end of the day, almost everything you've got there is compelling and interesting to somebody, and so you can narrowcast. And narrowcasting in this particular case from a streaming world is where the streaming world really hits the sweet spot.
Yeah, like I said, when you think of the demographics of the channel, it's very broad, right? We've got 55 million active accounts right now.
Right.
And when you think of that across the US, that is someone, everyone is someone, if
Right.
that makes any sense. And the way we do that to make sure that's easy for them is we have the ability to target market our content, right? So if I know you're going to be someone that likes nostalgic content, we have the algorithms and the machine learning recommendations engine that will allow us to show you that content. And if you like Roku Originals, we can do that too. And we can do it all at a scale because we're making sure that there's a curation part of our business, which keeps things relevant. But then there's also the algorithms that run how we serve content up, which allows us to have the scale.
Mm-hmm. So now, where does the Roku channel go from here? I mean, obviously, in a year, you've grown exponential. So clearly, you're on the upswing. And so kudos to you, number one. And secondly, where are you taking it?
So as long as our viewers continue to watch and want the content, we are going to be here to bring this to them.
Mm-hmm.
AVOD is a business that is thriving right now. People want free content. And as long as they want free content, we're going to have it. That allows us to go back to our advertisers. And you kind of see this whole circle of, as long as people want it, we'll provide it. As long as we have it, we've got the advertisers that are working with us. So we think about this whole thing as a flywheel per se, where content allows us to bring the advertisers into this as well.
Well, and the other thing too is, with all of the content that is still out there and still available, it's if I'm someone who wants to package something, I'm going to come to Roku with some concept ideas, because at the end of the day, 55 million potential viewers is a pretty darn good starting point.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be America's #1 streaming platform. And so the way we look at that is, as long as we continue looking at the research and data that is telling us what consumers want, and we are fulfilling that, we have no plans to slow that down.
Well, it's the old saying, membership has its privileges. If you're a member of the Roku family of 55 million people, the privilege is you can watch the Roku channel.
That's right, you can. And we've opened that up so that there is no barriers to accessing the Roku channel. So as long as you're part of the Roku ecosystem, absolutely, you get it for free. But even if you're not, you can go online and go to the Roku channel and still watch that content on your desktop for free. You can go to our app, download our app, and you can still watch it for free. So you don't we want you to be part of the ecosystem. We think it has a great experience along with all the other content you want to watch. But if you're not, you can still access all of our Roku Originals and the other content we have on the Roku channel for free.
One of the other things that I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, when we go, when we compare it to the competition, like to Fire Stick, to Apple TV, etc. I've had so many people tell me that the interface for Roku is so simple and so easy to access, where the others become extremely confusing very fast. And, I think that has also been a wonderful um, situation over the 4 years that you guys have done a good job of just making certain that, for all intents and purposes, your screen looks like a cell phone screen, okay, a smartphone screen. You tap on Netflix, you get Netflix. You tap on, you know, um, Roku channel, you get the Roku channel. It makes the interfaces is smart and it's easy, and for the people who've cut the cord or the people who've never had the cord, and they're streamers, it just is a very easy to use, accessible way to get to your content without having to, you know, um, scroll sideways and look upside down and try to figure it all out. It's just some of those people that put those things together, I just have no idea what they were thinking when they put it out there.
Well, back to our brand pillars of ease, value, and choice. And the
Right.
one you're really talking about is ease. And
Right.
we have an incredibly large research team that is always looking at ensuring that even as we build new features,
Right.
we are making sure that nothing passes through unless it is at the ease level where a kid could do it or a senior person could do it. It has to remain easy in order to be a new feature or an updated feature on our platform.
I base it on my wife. Okay. If my wife can get to it, then anyone can get to it. And I say that my wife is much smarter than me. She is a doctor, but she also is someone who, when she sits down to watch, television, and that's changed from the old days to the new days, that she can, without any problems, just, pick up the remote and bing, bang, boom, she's in.
Yeah.
And it works so easily. And as I said, we are not just family of Roku members, but we're also a family of Roku channel watchers. So I think that the growing situation with what you've got with the Roku channel, with the live content, with the content you can access on demand, you are performing yet another service, which makes the Roku, being part of the Roku ecosystem, much easier and much more compelling over your competition.
Yeah, we really believe TV watching, should be easy. You shouldn't have to fight with your remote or your
Right.
screen in order to get to what you're looking for. And
Mhm.
so we relentlessly focused on building an easy to use experience for the platform. And that same thinking goes on for the Roku channel, which is why it's easy to turn it on, select the channel that you want to go into, and just, 2 clicks away, and you're starting to watch the content you're looking for.
All right, it's come to the time when we have shameless plugs. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, so check us out on the Roku channel. If you have a Roku device, we are that purple and white channel that's there. Check us out and check all the free content that we have. That includes Roku Originals, all of your favorite TV and movie shows. We have 40,000 there for your choices, and you can obviously watch live channels. We have 200 of them. If you're on social, we are at the Roku handle, and then we're also on desktop. So if you're not a Roku user, then you can go to the RokuChannel.com and find us there as well. We hope you find some content you'll love.
Special thanks to our guest, Sweta Patel from Roku and the Roku channel. By all means, we highly recommend that you download the Roku channel. Check it out. Plenty of outstanding content. Do it today. All the information on the Roku channel is in our show box below. All right, we'll be back with more of Stream On right after this from BMW.
At BMW, we know leaving the road wasn't easy, but anticipating our return taught us to appreciate every drive. The exhilaration of the ultimate adventure. Moments spent with your favorite co-pilots. And the freedom to explore just because. Our time to rejoin the road is finally here.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, if you're not one of the over 75,000 people who've already taken the opportunity to join our little party worldwide, then first of all, shame on you. Second of all, we make it simple. It's free. You can find us at the Apple Podcast Store. Same thing over at Google Play. You can find us at Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, as well as iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and of course, YouTube, to name a few. Now, if you have an assistant device like Alexa or Siri or Google, all you have to do is ask them to please play the latest edition of Stream On with Jim Williams, and they'll do it for you. Now, if after all that you still can't find us, do not fret. Pull out the old Google machine, type in Stream On with Jim Williams, hit the favorite button or subscribe button. Every week you're going to get a brand new edition of the podcast sent directly to your phone, your tablet, or to both. Okay? Please go out and do that today. We have a fun family, and we just want you to be part of our community. All the information in the show box below on how to reach us social media wise. And so, because this happens to be the big Tony weekend, Sunday night, it's going to be split into two shows. Now, the first part of the evening gets underway at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it will be specifically airing on Paramount Plus. If you don't have Paramount Plus, or if you've just begun the process of getting Paramount Plus, it's a free 7-day trial. By all means, check it out, because it's a good content on the app and certainly worth your time. So by all means, try out the Paramount Plus. You'll get to see the first 2 hours of the Tonys, and then CBS takes over, and it'll be simulcast on Paramount Plus and CBS. So CBS from 9 to 11, and from 7 to 11 for everything. You can stream it on Paramount Plus. So who's going to win? Well, we don't have time to do them all, so let's just do a few of the big ones. Let's start off with Best Musical. That's got to go to Moulin Rouge. I mean, there's no question about that. Although Tina Turner's Bio Tina and Alanis Morissette's musical Jagged Little Pill are all three fantastic, but I think, frankly, Moulin Rouge is going to win the Best Musical. Slave Play is going to be the best play. Now, it's one of those plays where it's uncomfortable to watch, and sometimes that's a good thing. In this case, it is a very good thing. It's a complicated look at race and sexuality. And again, Slave Play is a show that it's very much in step with the times, and even the people who don't love it acknowledge that it has inspired some pretty interesting conversations amongst not just family and friends, but even some of their coworkers. So it's a play that has a message, and clearly that message resonates. So I'm going to go with Slave Play to take the best play. Now, in the best revival category, there's not a lot of stuff to look at, frankly, but A Soldier's Play with Blair Underwood, I think, is going to take that one. It's an older story. Originally it was about World War II, and I just think the updated version of it is going to capture the hearts of many Tony voters. So I'm going to go with A Soldier's Play. So let's just recap real quick. Moulin Rouge to take the best musical, Slave Play to take the best play, A Soldier's Play to score a win in best revival. Okay, so that's Tony's. Remember again, the Tonys will be 7 to 9 only on Paramount, streaming on Paramount Plus. And CBS goes from 9 until 11, and all of it can be seen on Paramount Plus. So if you haven't had a chance, as I said before, to subscribe to Paramount Plus, I highly recommend it. But if you're not really into it at the moment, just want to give it a try, not a problem. Sign up earlier in the day, maybe sign up Saturday for Paramount Plus for the free 1-week trial, and you'll have it for tomorrow night's Tony Awards. So go over and give it a check out. All right, folks, thanks so much very much for being with us today on Stream On, and we look forward to seeing you next time. So have a wonderful Tony weekend. I hope that you get a chance to watch the awards They're always entertaining, and it's good to have Broadway back. For the entire team here at Stream On, I'm Jim Williams saying thanks a lot, and join you next week. Until that time, be safe and have a lot of fun with the first week of fall.